So this is a small teaser of the KPM SQLite Manager, a new version that is going to be released soon. And one of the differences is that it has its complete syntax highlighting replaced. The editor has been replaced by a new editor that I've created. And we'll have to look at it in a moment. But one major feature is the compare databases feature, which probably you will like. I'll just make it a big screen. We'll select two databases, a left database and a right database. I have a couple of actual databases here with some actual data in them, so I'll not be able to show everything in them, but I'll be able to show some things. Then I click the compare DB down there, and we very quickly get a difference table of what is the same of the two tables, left table and right table, and the status of the left table and the status of the right table. And if the status is 1, then it means those two tables, they are equal. And we can see that by color coding also. We have some down here that has a different status, status of 4. That means that there are data that has been changed in some fields in those tables. And a status of 3 means that there are records that has been added or deleted from one of the tables compared to the other one. And if we look further down, we have a status of 2, which means red, which means the structure of the tables have changed, are changed in some way. And then we have a single table down here, which actually has a status of 0, but it's just showing us that only single table because the other table do not exist in the other database, in the right database. Well, let's try to look at one of the tables that have some changes. I'll just have to move this one recording thing. I'll click on the workflow table, and then I'll click on diff on selected table, and it will show us the complete contents of the table with information about looking on the left side. Then this record is missing from the right side. What is shown here is the site we're looking at. The data is existing in the left database, but it's not existing in the right one. It's missing from the right one. And well, we can see it down here. When we click on our field, we can see the field on the value on the left database is this, and on the right database is empty. And we can choose to say use right, like that. Then it will say that we will just use the empty one. That does not really make sense. We can instead say generate merged SQL, and then we'll have a scratch pad which will automatically insert into a workflow. There's a small bug I have to iron out here where it's coding a little bit too much, but I will figure that out in a while. But it's generating all the data that needs to be generated, or the SQL that needs to be generated to insert this one record in the right table. Well, then let's try to look at something where there are differences in the fields. We have an installation ID, for example, here on the left table. For that particular record, the value is what we see down here, and on the right, it's that value over here. So that they have different values. This case is not so surprising because it's two different databases containing two different installations for some customers. But it might be that we have some things that should be shared between them, for example, or we have some things that have been changed in both databases. For each of the customers, we have gotten wiser and figured out to solve some bugs in one database and figured out to solve some bugs in the other database, and then we need to merge that together for a new standard version or whatever we like to have in the future. So we can click on this white memo field, which is a workflow, and the workflow happens to be an XML, so we can also ask it to highlight in XML syntax like that, and we can scroll down there, and we'll see that the scrolling will happen in different stages because it will tell us exactly what has changed. Right now we have a little bit darker, or a little bit, I don't know if it's red, but it's a little bit darker color and it's showing that in this particular place from the left side we are picking up this, which is nothing. There's an empty line, there's not a line there basically, and on the right side we can see there's an empty line. So we can choose to merge in the left or the right part of it. We can say use the right block, then we'll have that empty line put in, and then we'll automatically jump to the next block where there's a difference, and we can see at the left side it looks like this, and the left database, on the right database it looks like this. And we can, in this case we could choose to use the left block, and so forth. We can continue comparing where things make sense, and if there are some things that we would like to edit by hand later on, we can do that when we have merged things together. Well, we'll use the right block on this one, we'll use the left block on this one, because we also used the left block on that section that was gone. And we have something we can use the right block on, for example. Here is a little bit longer, we'll just scroll down. So we'll probably keep the left one for this case. And so forth. We can go through them, all of them, and see the different changes. Right block, right block, left block, left block, right block, right block. And now there's no difference anymore. There's all the differences have been solved, and the middle section contains the result contents of the field. So now we will tell the system that we will use this merged text. If we look up here, there's actually written a small L. That means that if we do not do anything specifically, then it will use the left side value. But since we want to use the merged text, then we'll click on this one, and there will be written a small m up here, which means that it's the merged text that we're going to use. And then we can figure out if there's some other things that we need to change. In this case over here, we'll choose the left side of the installation ID field from the left database instead of from the right database. So we generate the merged SQL, and then we'll have a scratch patch over here where we have an update statement that will update the right database accordingly to, well, it's up to you which database of course you want to run the script on, but and you have to choose a strategy if it's the left one or if the right one you want to update for, but you will make the selections accordingly, and then it will generate the SQL that you can use for running inside any SQLite framework. It could be this one over here, for example. You can simply copy it and paste it over. Resizing issue here, like that. Actually, we can copy, and we can just open a database. I probably should open one instead. Open recent database, this one for example, and then we can paste that one in here. I was just formatting it nicely, so that's a cool thing. And now we can also, by the way, see the syntax highlighter in the operation. In this case, SQL syntax highlighter, so that's what we are seeing right now. You can put bookmarks in, like that. Probably number 2 over here, you can jump between them. You can F2 between them. You can also Shift F2, then we'll put a non-numbered, Control F2 I think it is, like that. Then we'll put a unnumbered bookmark, and we can jump between all 4 bookmarks if we want to do that. So it's pretty smart. Has a lot of nice features. Another nice feature you can probably see in here, if I'm looking at the field differences here, if we're looking in, if we double click inside quotations, then we'll select the word. Without the quotations, it will show the quotations, but it's not selected, the quotation not selected. If we double click again, then we have the quotation selected. If we double click again, then the whole statement of this XML tag will be selected from the start until the end. If you select again, then we'll have the tag itself included, and select again, then we'll have the outer tag selected, and so forth. So this is a nice way to select and copy stuff in a context-aware way. Okay, I will not talk much more. Basically, it's the same thing going on all the way through. We can look at this one. Well, this one, for example, and diff the selected tables, and then we'll see that there are some other products. If we're looking at the left database, then we'll see that all these records, they are missing from the right one, and it will show down. If we're looking at the right table, then we'll show all the records from the right table that's missing from the left table. Okay, that's all. Take care. Bye.